Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd. It is the last full day of the week. Tomorrow, half day. Friday, closed for 4th of July. So here we go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? Like I said, second day of July, last full day of the week. And then we have a half a day tomorrow. Closed Friday for 4th of July. Let's go ahead and see what the heat map looks like. There you go. Microsoft and NVIDIA down. Remember, I was saying that MFSD, is it? Yes, it is. Oh, what is it? Hold on. MSFD. There you go. And check this bad boy out today. That is the Microsoft Bear. And we were looking at it before, and I think it is ready to pop up. And like I've been saying, I think we do see this pullback in the market that we've been looking at. SPY's not looking bad. Remember, I said they're going to leave it right there. So the next 2 days, that's where you're probably going to see it. So we'll keep an eye on it, but it probably will be a little flat this last day and tomorrow. And then next week, I'm telling you, we should see a little pullback. I think we'll be monitoring it, make sure we know what's exactly going on, and we'll be playing it perfectly. You guys know that. But first, let's go through our Joe Lee's Jumpers BGL. Let's see what this is doing. It looks like a shell company gold over here for BGL. Let's look at it. It had run big time. At least it looks like it had recently run pretty big right there. And let's see what it's doing. $100 down to 90. So it did spike up yesterday. It's just kind of bouncing around. Not familiar with that one. BMNR, we were looking at this. It had run up yesterday, some more, pulling back a little this morning. DAIC, remember what I said last night, guys, that this one had looked good. 2-star cruising up, and there you go. It was running up there. So it was running yesterday, and I said keep your eye on it for some momentum there this morning. And there you go, 1033 to 1960. It's at 13 something right now. So that was moving EOSC. Let's see what EOS Energy is doing. That looks like it's trying to curl up at the moment. Let's see what it looks like right there. It was trying to run up at 531. It came back down to 504. It's at 522, but that one could continue to run up today. And again, it's going to be an odd day, so just be careful. And who said to keep an eye on this GRYP? And this one shot up yesterday. Remember, we were talking about it. And there you go. It ran up yesterday in the after hours up to like 190, I think it was. Yeah, 190. And then this morning, 145 to 163. It's at 140 now. So there you go at your GRYP. And we just looked at it. And let's see what PMAX is doing here, Pal Max. And that one had been running up a little bit yesterday. Might have been running up a little more today. It did, and then pulled back there. So keep an eye on that if it wants to turn back around. And PMNT, perfect moment. Let's see when this perfect moment's going to take place right here. PMNT right there. Not even familiar with it. Apparel manufacturer in the UK, but this is going to be a perfect moment relatively soon. So let's keep an eye on that thing. It is making that bottom and curling up. So there you go with your Jolie's Jumpers this morning. So thank you very much, Asian Joe Lee, and we'll jump right into our laptop lowdowns and see which ones are pulling back really well. HCAI, let's see what it's doing. That's HCI, and that one's pulling back too. And hold on, let me see. HCAI. There you go. Yeah, let's see. That one's actually not looking too bad down here. HCAI. There we go. And it is down. That's for damn sure. It's a parking management called heavy construction machinery. What's it called? AI parking management technology there in China. And that one will get set up right there. So we will be keeping an eye on that one. Good morning, Cadence and Luis Rodriguez and Laptop Travel, Doge Mama 9, Barbara, and everybody else. How is everybody this morning? We had a fun show last night. I know that. We were on until like 11:30 talking about all kinds of fun stuff, the food and fast food and everything else. So good times. And maybe we'll just do stocks and talk about life too, because that was fun and people seem to enjoy it. Got a couple great messages. So appreciate all the feedback. Always makes me know what people do like and not like, to be honest with you. Because if you like it, chances are most of the other people do like it and tune in for that reason. So I do appreciate any feedback. CIIT, look at this thing way down. This one looks like a crazy one too. You can see these crazy candles right there. CIIT. Look at that big dip. We might have to take a look at that for next week. And CLRB right here is dipping down. It just recently reversed split. CLRB. Whoop. I can't type this morning, can I? Collector Biosciences. You can see it recently split 1 for 30, and it is getting set up. So that's one to take a look at for next week as well. And GOVX, GoVax. And I know Laptop Travel had mentioned this yesterday, and this one had pulled back. So we're definitely keeping an eye on it. And that good old GVH, there you go, guys. Now it's starting to curl up and is way better. But again, it was at 11 cents the other day. 16.11 and pulling back. Now it came down to that 6 cent area. I know that it looked like it was pretty low, and now you got a nice little bounce up right there. So there you go with GVH in a matter of just being patient an extra day, and now you got the setup. So there you go with that one. It pays to be patient. And GXJ, that one's setting up right here. So definitely keep an eye on that one, JXG. There you go. Yeah, that is setting up, and that looks like it wants to get moving a little bit. And our buddy Mullen is probably still in the basement. I mean, it doesn't want to come out, and it is still in the basement, just running flat. You might catch a run up on that, but it'll probably reverse split soon. And OGEN way down there. Look at this guy. That one had recently run up. I remember it did split and ran up right there, and now it's back to the basement. So we'll have to watch for that. To set up, it could take a little bit for that one. And I don't know what I just typed in, but OTRK on track right here is on track to go a little lower, it looks like. So we'll watch that one dip down. Holy cow, what am I typing? OTRK, and there you go. So yeah, it was running around. I was gonna say, watch for it to run around a little bit. It is way down there, so this one could get set up for next week. And that seed company, S&W Seeds, we've been looking at, and this one's going to be 100% runner real soon. I can tell you that as it's getting set up right here. SANW, S&W Seed Company. And you can see it's going to start crawling up and running. Might not even cross through, but that doesn't matter. And SCAG right here is an auto manufacturer. I think this was on the list the other day, and it's still dipping down right there. And SCWO, let's see what 374 Water's doing. Let's see. That's a pollution and treatment control company, and that one's pulling back a little bit. So watch for some pullback. SNOM. That one is pulling back as well. And YAAS right here, Youngson or something, some China company with a huge dip right there. So there you go for some good laptop lowdowns, and they are beat down right there. And also I tweeted out, I reposted out that they're giving away a 1-year giveaway. So for in the Discord, they're celebrating the year. It was yesterday that Ben started this Discord, and look how crazy it is. I'm telling you, in 1 year, he's doing things that people have never done. And you have me, the Godfather, Ben. It's really, really a great one. And they're going to give away, celebrating a year since launching the Discord, giving back in a big way, $100 cash and a 1-year VIP membership. One lucky winner takes both. To enter, just like the tweet, and it'll be announced on Friday. So make sure you like that. I did repost it, and check that out for the 1-year giveaway right there. And again, any questions on the Discord, let me know. It's definitely the best Discord. Nobody's producing results like they have been in that Discord. And like I said, now you have me in there, and we have banging picks every single day. It's crazy. So I know the people that have signed up, I appreciate it, but I know that you are getting your value, and not only that, the value, but making your money back. And that's the most important thing. You can pay for the whole entire thing almost in 1 or 2 trades, and then the rest is on profit. So that's the way you look at things. And you look at them as an investment into yourself, and that is how you do it. So, and you will absolutely make it back. I think everybody that signs up in there, because I see everything, everybody's making money in that thing. So it is great. And like I said, they're walking you right through the trades. I'll be walking you through trades, and we're going to be crushing the market. So it's going to be exciting. Let's go ahead and see what our SPY big caps and everybody else are doing here. Here we go with our SPY. it is still up 70 cents. It's not looking bad this morning, but I doubt it's getting into the top. We're just going to ride that line these next 2 days, maybe even a little bit of pullback there. If anything, I would assume they're not going to put it into the top right before the holiday. But there you go with Apple at 209. And it is setting up to try to run more, but I would be locking in profits, and then you can reevaluate this bad boy. Who cares if it goes up more next week? It's going to be a 3-day weekend. Maybe you can stretch it till tomorrow. It could be a weird day tomorrow, so you got to be careful. But yeah, it was a beautiful call down here. I know that down here all the way to there, so that was a beauty because we had it in like the 190s, and now it's at 209. So you definitely made your money. Lock in those profits before the holiday weekend, everybody. So it does. I can't really tell how high it's going to go. You have your resistance up here. I don't think it's getting up there before tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. So you just don't know what's going to happen over the weekend. I mean, like I said, it could go flying higher, but again, just lock in those profits and roll them over. Have your cash in hand for next week, and you reevaluate the market there. And that's how you want to play that. Amazon right here pulling back a little bit and just a little bit of pullback, nothing too crazy. Google is setting up, and again, I said watch for it to pull back a little bit as it sets up, and Meta was also pulling back there. So we knew that they were going to pull back. This is what I was saying. I don't know exactly how much, and maybe they're just having this little bit of pullback to get reset up, to run up even higher here. So it is an interesting one, and this is why I wanted to be cautious and see exactly what the market was doing. Microsoft is pulling back there. And again, it's so far up, it has the 20. It could just pull out of the top and go right back in. And that's why I've been saying that we have to be a little bit careful, because we have to know exactly what the market's doing, and we'll capitalize on it. But you don't want to guess, and you don't want to just jump into things as you're in a little transition period. And like I said, I played it too aggressive last time we were in this situation, and it caught me. And I said, I am not doing that again. I'd rather play it way smarter, catch these things on any kind of pullback. We'll see what it is, and just run them right back up. We've been running everything up, and we play the market pretty well every day. So it's not a problem. The video you see pulling back has the support down there. So we'll see what's going on in the video right there today. And like I said, I'll just be watching them and playing it cautiously. I'm not really trying to trade or force anything on this Wednesday, the last full day of the week before 4th of July, 3-day weekend, and a short day tomorrow. It is just one of them weeks where you just sit back, you watch what's going on, you reevaluate it. We already had Apple. That was a beautiful hit. That's all you needed to do. One in the week is beautiful, guys, and we do them almost every day. So again, you just want to be more cautious and safe and keep your cash on hand, because we're going to destroy the market, absolutely destroy it. So here we go. Let's just cruise right through and see what else is going on. Tesla's up a little bit, and again, like I was saying, get it in the low threes. You might even see a little bit more pullback right there. And how about that Samuel Adams right here? That one was looking pretty nice, though, I must say, yesterday. Hold on, let's look at it. Is it not moving yet this morning? It doesn't look like it's moving yet too much this morning. It did just open up flat, as you can see. But yeah, it's more flat than anything. And again, that could be a great setup going into next week. So keep an eye on it. Your FedEx is still running up, and UPS is still running up. So two of them, I said, were great setups, and they both ran up yesterday. So there you go with them. And let's go ahead and look at the rest of our big caps. AMC trying to bounce up. I don't think it's really ready. You might get a little bounce up as it's trying to curl, but it isn't going anywhere. And GameStop, we were watching that hit the MACD. And again, I don't know if it's going to go through it. We were talking about it running up. It did go through, but it's in that spot where it can pull back. I'll watch it today and see what GameStop's going to do. It's at an interesting spot, and it could run up to that 20, could pull back, could go either way right there. And again, that's why this market's a little bit weird this week. It's not a big deal. That's why you just kind of be patient for a few days, and then you can take advantage of everything. So I've learned that don't force them, and you can do very well. Bitcoin did bounce like 2%. It's up to 107,862. Solana's back to 149. Ethereum's at 2,458 right there. And let's see where Ripple was. Ripple's at 219 and Cardano's at 56 cents. So there you go. We'll check out the charts in a minute. And yeah, Chewy right here is setting up. So just watch for any other pullback right there. Unity, same situation, trying to set up. I don't think they're crawling through right now. So again, it's one of them weeks where you can kind of just see where they're running around if you want to play them. Netflix had taken that bounce or that dip yesterday. It's trying to bounce back up. I didn't think it was going to cross down. We'll probably have a nice roll off, and these things fly up even higher after Monday. But you just want to make sure that's exactly what they want to do. That's what they kind of look like they want to do at the moment. And we'll be watching them today and obviously tomorrow. AVGO stopping on that support, trying to bounce back up. Apple is continuing its way up. There you go at 209. So it is flying up there. And like I said, I'd be locking them in today if it gets up there. I don't think it's going to get to the resistance up here. It could. And again, it could run up even higher on Monday. And if you have multiple options, sell some, keep one or two. And thank you, Luis Rodriguez, for the great call on Apple. You could see it getting set up right there. And it does. It looks like it wants to get up to that 215. You're at 209. So again, just start locking them in. As if it wasn't such a weird week, I would say, I think we have that little bit of movement in there for the next few days, but we don't have that because we don't have the next few days. So you got to play it accordingly. And it's always nice to lock in profits and go into a holiday 3-day weekend and have your cash in there for next week and say, you know what, that was a beautiful hit this week. And we do that every single week and do it even twice a week, 3 times a week and more. You see your account grow. And this is what I'm talking about. So you don't have to get real greedy with it. You just have to play them smart and lock them in there. So there you go with our Apple call. And that was a very nice one. I did like it. And there you go. I told you it was getting ripe. AVGO. Let's look at our semiconductors right here. MU pulling back just a little bit. And again, I think you could see them bounce right back up Monday. So we're just going to keep an eye on them today and know exactly what's going on. UNH did have a little bit of pullback this morning, nothing too crazy. TSM staying in the top on that support line. So like I'm saying, I think we do see them run back up is what they look like, but we just want to make sure and just be a little more cautious and maybe even, play them into tomorrow. I don't like them over a 3-day weekend. So I would rather just wait until Monday. We can catch the market as soon as it opens, we can know what's going on. It's not a big deal. AMD, a little bit of pullback to get set back up right there. And we just looked at SMCI, a little bit of pullback as well. Nothing crazy, but does look set up. And the QCOM has been going up, and that thing wants to pop. So if you really want to look at one, look at QCOM right there. INTC not looking bad. And good old PayPal hasn't been bad. That one's been setting up. You're hitting that resistance, so you'll have a little bit of pullback coming up as it sets up a little bit better. Snow's been in the top. It's staying up there. Well, it's not in the top, but it's still way up there. It did pull out, I forgot, yesterday, and now it's still over to 20, though, so we'll see if it wants to bounce back up. Dell had a little bit of pullback yesterday, and that's kind of trying to reverse back up a little bit. And Palantir, let's see if I type it in right, it will come up. And there we go. It's just pulling back, trying to hold itself. It may come back down to that 50 area right about there, 125. Could even see 120 right there on this pullback. So there we go. And Sophie right here is a little bit of pullback, nothing crazy. And that could roll right back up. So they're going to keep them right there where they can put them any which way they want to on Monday. Marin, Riot, and Clean Spark are all setting up right here. You can see them running, and we've known that. And MicroStrategy is back up, and that's setting up in a big way. And I'm telling you, crypto is getting ready to rock and roll. I've been telling you that for a couple days now. And Coinbase is back up a little bit, trying to roll up. Hood's down some, and that could pull back because it is in the top. It could come back out. And again, these things are coming back out, and they could roll right back up there. We just want to make sure. You can see DJT getting set up, and that's an indicator right there that things are going to be popping in the next week or so. Funds getting set up right there. And Mountain was getting set up. It's not doing anything. It was running yesterday, and McDonald's has been running up, and it's running up some more. So there you go. We were all over that one. IBM not looking bad, trying to run up some more there. And Disney could try to roll back up, but be careful. Oxy and Exxon Mobil both getting set up. So almost the entire market looking pretty good. Disney's way extended and has to come down. I agree with that. And let's see, we did talk about crypto already. So let's just look at it. Bitcoin right back up to 107. Not looking bad right there. And you can see, like I said, it was a little healthy pullback and it wasn't anything to be concerned about. And that's why, because these things are getting ready to take off, guys. I'm telling you, crypto is getting ready to rip. So beware. And I know Ripple is. So you guys can just keep an eye on these things and make sure you're playing them crypto accordingly, because you can see it getting ready. All the ones that we've talked about are getting set up right there. I don't even know where ETF is, but that thing's in bad shape. I was saying the other day, if it had gotten down into a certain spot, it was going to be in bad shape there, and it definitely got into bad shape there. Let's see what's going on here. Hold on. Let me look at it. Let me find it first. There it is. And let's see, 1.7. Yeah, it's way down there, guys. So we'll see. Maybe that is the bottom. I'm not sure. It keeps dipping lower. So we'll have to see where that one wants to finish out. But yeah, as crypto starts ripping, that thing should start going back up. So it's definitely going to be bottoming out down here. And it is bottoming way down there, that's for sure. And that DAIC, we definitely liked that last night. So that was a good look. And let's see what else is going on. That ELWS was running up. A couple other ones. We were looking at this CYN. It was running up the other day right there. There's that SCAG thing. And that CIFR still running up. And again, somebody did like it. I told you guys that thing was getting set up and it was looking pretty good right there. Let's see what else is going on. That GVH running up there. It is up almost 50%. ELWS and PMNT and our GRYP. We gave you that one early. And OST down here again, just watching this one try to get set up, but it looks like it is getting set up there. Could be a really good one for next week. That Wolf was down a little bit, and Wang and Lee still down here, just trying to get set up, and maybe they're waiting for the reverse split. There's that Oscar Health pulling back, and Big Bear was trying to run back up there a little bit this morning. Excuse me, an ARBK that had jumped up yesterday. We had just looked at it. And let's see what's going on over here for our last full day of the week before the holiday. And as you can see, not a whole lot. We've already talked about just about all of them. We looked at this one yesterday, YAAS. And there you go, NAMM, a mineral one, gold. And that thing is jumping up right there. Speaking of which, let's look at JNUG right here and see what that's doing. Let's see. That's not looking bad. So, yeah, I think the gold, if anything, guys, I would keep an eye on the gold because that does look like it's trying to get set up again. Barrick, that doesn't look too bad. So, keep an eye on that. Let's see what you guys want to see. Apple's still going up there. We do love that call right there. That was a beauty. And that's why I was adamant about Apple for a few days and saying it was getting set up. It did run up perfect for us. So that was nice right there. UNH, definitely a little bit of pullback, but nothing crazy. I forget what Moderna is, mRNA. I was just thinking what it was. And this one had a little bit of, was running up there. Still not looking bad right there. PFE, let's see if I type it in. Hold on. PFE right there. Pfizer wasn't looking too bad. And let's see what Clover Health's doing for Michael Anthony. And like I said, this thing has a little bit of time to set up. So you may start to see it bottom out right there. And so there you go. Clove and ELV looked good last night. Not so much this morning. Did I say it was going to pull back there, ELV, and it hit that resistance, and there you go. It did pull back. I don't even remember what I said about it, but I'll trust you, Luis Rodriguez. You definitely remember, and there you go. I said it was going to pull back, and there you go. It's pulling back, that's for sure, because it was running up there yesterday. ELV, Elevance Health, and watch for it down here, though. It could be a really nice bounce back. And Fuel Cell, that had been running up. That was a good one right there. that you had mentioned the other day. Let's see. Oh wow, it's still pulling back. I know it was running up yesterday. I remember seeing it run up yesterday. There you go. It's bouncing, and that is actually still pulling back. So we will keep an eye on Fuel Cell. And yeah, that one, the 20 is going to come down. It has a little bit of time, so we might catch that in a lower price. So let's keep an eye on that. I just knew it was bouncing up yesterday. I do remember that. And Luis Rodriguez is expecting a sell off here later today, if not at the open. And GRYP is still up, and that was another beauty right there that I gave you and we talked about on the show. So there you go. Let me see what else is going on over here. And Ms. Magdonia, I appreciate you hanging out. And like I said, Ms. Magdonia had asked about what the price sell Apple at, and I would definitely be locking them in as it's up here. So like I said, it could get up that far, but I'm not so sure on this week right here. It's hard to tell. And it was already a good hit right there. So I would say lock them in, and if it goes higher, who cares? You already made some really nice profits right there, especially the options were printing. I know that. The last holdout bears are Democrats. These strategists say their capitulation could fuel their next leg higher for stocks. And Apple and Meta are proving it. AI is going corporate. We all know that, and that's nothing new there. Yahoo and U.S. futures hold steady as traders eye trade talks. Stock futures inch higher after tech slide to start the second half, and stocks inch up. Dollar struggles underweight of Trump tariffs and Fed uncertainty. And yeah, well, the Fed should be uncertain because the market is ripping. There's nothing wrong with it, and they're not even lowering the rates, and they're screwing people. So there you go, everybody. I would say that's a pretty good little market review right there, pre-market review. And again, just remember, I know I've said it a few times, but today is the last full day of the week. Tomorrow, the market closes at about 1:15ish. And if you have any options that expire for Friday, they will expire tomorrow at 1:15. And the market is closed Friday for 4th of July. So we'll be celebrating America on 4th of July with parades and fireworks. And also be sure to keep your eyes open and stay safe, obviously, because we're in a crazy time right now. So what other better time for somebody to having a sneak attack? As a matter of fact, let's look and see what our aerospace and defense looks like, because that's set up pretty big. Holy cow. And that's the ETF, and that's getting ready to blast off in every which way. Now we really have to look. Here we go, guys. Let's take a look. Lockheed Martin, that's setting up too. And NOC, not as good. A little bit of pullback, but nothing crazy. This what was that other one? General something. I forget what the hell it is. General Dynamics, that's it. GD, that one's running up right there. And then we're just gonna hop into aerospace and defense and just cruise. I know Archer. Didn't we look at Archer last night? Let me look at it real quick, because I thought we looked at it last night. And yeah, that was setting up. I do remember, had a little bit of pullback there, but was setting up. And this could be interesting. I don't know why they're not scrolling up there as I go down. Let me do that. That's getting ready to run too, guys. So, interesting. I don't know why it's not doing that. Hold on. Let me try to do this again or something, because I want to see these aerospace and defense ones. LMT. Let's see. Hey, it's not. I don't know what the heck's going on. It's not working right. Anyway, I'll have to go through today and check them out, and I'll give you guys an update, because I like to just scroll right through them all and see. And for whatever reason, it's not showing us anything. So, not sure what's going on, but I'd have to click on them all. And I don't want to do that. I just want to roll right down 31 through 60 and tell you what they look like in 3 seconds. So I will keep an eye on them, and I'll fix this. I might have to restart the computer, and that's perfectly fine. So I will definitely be looking at aerospace and defense, because them few that we just looked at were very interesting looks. Boeing as well. So could be something interesting. So definitely keep alert. And there you go. So I would say I'll be watching that. I'll restart this thing and see what's going on with it. I don't know why. Sometimes it does that. It needs to be restarted. I just restarted it the other day, but whatever. And I'll do that so I can get a good look at the Lockheed Martin, at the aerospace and defense ones, because they definitely have that interesting look, and you know what happens when I say that. So I definitely want to see what's going on with them, and we'll see how the SPY looks as we end. It's still up 85 cents, and I think they'll just end it up here kind of flattish. So nothing real crazy right there. Marty, you just sneaking in real quick, huh? As I was going to wrap it up, but here we go, Marty. DAO. Didn't we just look at this last night, I think? And it doesn't look like it's doing anything just yet. DAO. I don't know what's going on now. Now TrendSpider doesn't want to work. So yeah, I think I got to restart the computer. Not sure exactly what happened there. And it's not even giving me a blue screen. It's giving us a gray one. So something was weird. But anyway, CTA, let's look and see what else is going on here. And that one's just hanging out. That one's going to get set up. You'll have a good run up on that. And ATAI is that ATAI Life Sciences. We just looked at this. It did look pretty good there, and it is running up some today. So there you go. And again, the trends, there it goes. And it was running up yesterday, and now it's not even hovering or doing anything. The cursor definitely has to be restarted. Anyway, that's that I'll do that after I end the show. And don't forget, tonight we might skip a show and taking my little guy to see that Too Many Zoos, or is that what they're called? Yeah, Too Many Zoos, I think. And so yeah, they're playing near me, and I wanted to take my little guy. We always jam out to him, and like I said, if you've never seen them before, check them out. They played in the subways in New York, and then they got really big, and they opened up, I think, for like Beyonce, all kinds of people. They tour around. They're doing some huge tour, and they're doing a free concert near me. They have this like concert series at the parks around our way. I don't know if they do that up in North Jersey, Luis Rodriguez, but they do it around here in South Jersey, all the different parks. We have like Cooper River. We have a couple big parks around here that are nice. And every summer they put on concert series, and it's kind of cool. I mean, it's like, not the most famous people, but it's a pretty cool time to go and just hang out at the park and listen to some live music with your family. And so, yeah, we're going to go check that out. This one's actually at a smaller park, but it's one that we usually attend. They have a really good playground. So we know all the playgrounds too. When you have a 4 or 5-year-old, you know all the playgrounds, the good playgrounds around you, and all that good stuff. So you search it all out, and there's always some good Instagram people, influencers that do all that stuff. That's like probably one of the better genres to do, is kid stuff like that, and going out and just like filming your kid as you take them to all kinds of different parks and different things. They definitely get a lot of views. Not only that, you can do a lot of these things for free because you can talk to the people and say, hey, look, I have a following. I'm going to come in. I'm going to do my thing in video. Just let us come in and tour the place all day. Give us a quick tour of it, and let us come in for free, and I will guarantee you we'll be sending you some visitors. So it's definitely a good way to work it. And so yeah, there's a few good Instagram local people, and they're in like every community, so you can seek them out and find all kinds of different places that you had no idea that even existed. So that is one cool thing I do like to do. And like I said, I like to take my little guy to cool places like that, cool little parks. We went to a birthday party. It was at like this pirate ship park. I didn't even know it existed. It was like 20 minutes from my house, but not far at all. And it was really, really cool. And actually, Lockheed Martin paid for it back then. It was in a town where Lockheed Martin has a huge facility in New Jersey, and yeah, they paid for it, and this thing's been around for like 20 years, and they used all this Trex decking. It was awesome, guys. It was really cool and well done, and they used Trex decking to build the actual like everything, like the pirate ships, everything. And I tell you what, I couldn't believe that it was like 20 something years old, because there was a sign there. The thing looked like they had just built it yesterday. It was pretty wild how perfect how pristine it was still. But anyway, that's one cool thing. And again, we're probably going to go do that. Let's see, will that work? And no, I don't know why it's not working there, guys. Anyway, I don't even know what the hell I just clicked on. I guess if you click on that, it takes you to their website. Look at that. I had no idea that even happened there. So if you want to go to one of the company's websites, you just go to FinViz, and you click on the name of the company right there, and it looks like it takes you right there. Look at that. I had no idea that even happened. I just accidentally clicked on it. So yeah, they have it set up where it hyperlinks every company over to their thing. That's pretty cool. But yeah, my cursor is not doing what it usually does there. So I'll restart the computer. And there you go, everybody. I would say that's a good pre-market review and the last full day on our holiday week here, and the market closes early. And look at that, Apple is way up there, but be sure to lock those profits in. Even if it's going to go higher, who cares? It's up there, and you could see a little bit of pullback on the short week and get set up for next week. That's what we're looking at right there. And again, we might skip tonight's show, and but I'll definitely hop on tomorrow morning. We'll do our pre-market show. I'll keep you guys posted, of course, and I'll let you know what we see. In GVH is running up to 10 cents now, so there you go. And that's the way you do it, because it was at 11 before. I said wait for it to pull back there, and that's why you wait for them to dip down that extra 3-4 cents. You know they're going to start popping up right there. So, and I wouldn't doubt a little sell off today as well, Luis Rodriguez. So there you go, everybody. Let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me a message on X, or post a comment. And if you guys aren't, if I'm not following you and you do want to post comments, just let me know. Just shoot me a quick message or whatever, and I will be I'll gladly follow you back. People ask all the time. I follow them back, and then I see them posting comments, and I had to do that because the spam was so out of control. So there you go. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. Be sure to follow along on X and YouTube and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we will be doing a show tomorrow morning. Again, we might skip tonight's show, and I don't think we're going to be missing a whole lot. So, and Luis Rodriguez said he does have outdoor concerts in the town park. So there you go. I guess that's like a big New Jersey thing. Do you got everybody have that? We'll discuss that on our next show about the outdoor concerts and stuff at your parks, because that's a pretty good idea. And it gets people out there, and it actually gets people to know some of these bands that nobody. I mean, there's so many musicians. It's like crazy. So it is pretty wild. And diving under the stars. There you go. And so yeah, we are gonna go do that tonight and check out a cool band. But anyway, I'm gonna look at the aerospace and defense. I'll keep you posted about that. I'll be posted in Discord. Not a whole lot going on, obviously, and our picks are all up, so that's all that mattered right there. What am I doing? I can't find the backspace button. Holy cow. I should just end it now because I can't even type. But FedEx is still running up there. So, yeah, a lot of good ones we picked up this week. And that is what the market looks like. And we'll get ready for the next week right here, a full week and our last full day. So, you guys enjoy the day. Trade smart. Lock in your profits. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. And have a great day, everybody.